Hello, friends. Alright, I'm going to do a short, maybe 2 or 3 minute video to post on YouTube to help the general public. Because, gosh dang it, I'm trying so hard. I've been reading this book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and all its small stuff. It's a little, a shitter material book, you get at the bookstore. But by God, it's changing my life. It's creating patience. It's teaching me that not everything has got to be perfect. Not everything is, you know what I mean? Because, like, I'll get hung up on, don't judge me, but I'll get hung up on organizing my closet to make sure all my shirts are turned the same way and all the sleeves are dangling the same way. And I'll spend, I ain't gonna say how much time, but I'm gonna say it's too much time organizing shirts. So I'm learning to not sweat the small stuff, to just go with it, and it's hard. Okay, back to the salvage business deal. This is it links up, trust me. When you're in the salvage business, we're selling used auto parts off wrecked cars. That's why they're at a junkyard, because they had a wreck. We don't junk no cars off the showroom floor, okay? So parts by default are going to be used because they're off a wrecked car, so they're used parts, okay? And unless it's some mangled hunk of junk, we don't get nothing in that's like a year old. You know what I mean? It's usually a few years old. Although we get in some new stuff, but it's got to be demolished for us to be that new and to get here. Because it ain't like buying cars in the 80s. Cars are expensive at auction. I mean, you got to pay attention to what you're buying. Because auctions will shine them up and wash them and stuff, even if you're buying online, and they'll make them look beautiful, and they're not when they get here, So you got to be smart about what you're buying, or you'll lose your ass. Trust me. So, anyway, we sell used auto parts off wrecked cars. So, if you're buying used auto parts, understand that they're going to be used. They're not going to be new parts. We don't junk brand new cars. And people have a problem with understanding that. They go and they want to come here and they expect a brand new showroom part. Well, that's not. If you want a brand new showroom part, I would advise going to the dealer and paying for a brand new showroom part. Because if you think you're going to come to a junkyard and get a brand new part for used prices, it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. I mean, you will have a condition part, but by default, that part is off a wrecked car, so it's going to have bug guts. I mean, a bumblebee at 50 mile an hour does damage to a bumper. You might not notice it because you're busy, but if you inspect your bumper, you'll notice there's a little gouge out of the clear coat where that bee at terminal velocity. It's anything damages the paint. So we have a customer drive. He sent his old lady, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term. I'm from the South, and we just call our old ladies old ladies. See, I can't help it. It's not derogatory. So this dude sends his wife to pick up parts that he's picky about, but he's not picky enough to come get them himself. So he sends his wife, because guys think if they send their old lady and she'll smile and wink and show them the tatas, that will negotiate better, which ain't happening. Ain't happening. Not on the record. Okay? Not on the record. And so this guy sends his old lady, and the bumper has some wear on it. Not damage, but to him, he makes it sound like it's tore all to pieces. Oh my gosh. I just sent my wife down there to get this, and it's what we're gonna do about it. And I told him, I said, well, usually, I said, if it's very damaged, I said, because sometimes shit happens. You put something on the yard, a guy goes pull something and runs the fork through the door and don't want to tell anybody because he's afraid he'll get fired. So he don't say nothing. So a month goes by or a year, and you go out there to get the part, and it's got a fork hole in it. And by that time, the dude's done got fired or quit for something else. That happens. So anyway, this dude's mad. Because I don't do the counter sales. I can't do it. I love doing videos and talking to the public via this way, but like person to person or selling something to them, I can't do it, man, because I just get so, not mad, but this happens in the salvage business. And you tell me, other salvage people, the customer will come in and be like, oh, $20 for that. Would you take 15? Would you take 15? Because look, it's got some wear right there. Would you take 15? And they want to haggle like we're at a yard sale. Well, I just had to pay an employee out there in 102 degree heat to go pull this, and you're wanting to haggle over five. You don't go to Walmart and pick up toothpaste and go to the checkout line and be like, hey, would you take 50 cents for this, Sam Walton? The box has got a bent corner, Sam. Come on, because you got to remember, and most of the time, they got to paint these parts. I don't get it. Why is that only in the salvage business that people want to haggle like it's a yard sale? It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. There's not, I don't even have to add anything to it. It's just disrespectful. Because you wouldn't want that done to you. So anyway, this guy sends his wife. She apparently tells him, oh, this bumper's got a scratch. So he calls, and he's like, and the phones are ringing, and anytime they're ringing off the hook, I'll grab it to help them out up front. So-and-so, please hold. Somebody will be right with you. And if they're real slammed, I'll deal with them. But, so I catch this guy by default. He's telling me the story, and I said, well, buddy, how did you drive 3 hours, but you're calling me on the phone? Because I ain't understood that his wife's there yet. I'm trying to figure out how he's complaining about this, but he's calling me, but he acts like he's here. He's like, no, my wife's there right now, and I want to know what we're going to do about it. So I put him on hold. I researched the situation. Sure enough, they've already looked into it, and they told the guy, hey, the owner priced it. It's not real damage. It's just wear. And now, and he's mad. He's wanting, by God, I want action. I've drove 3 hours. I'm the most important person in this world, and wanting to knock off on it. Well, no, I've looked into it. This bumper is not damaged. It is from a 2016 vehicle. Okay? 2016. That's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 years old, okay? 6-year-old front bumper. The front bumper takes all the abuse. Bug guts, bumblebees, wasps, people at the red light. Small animals. You know what? The front bumper catches everything. And this bumper is nice. It just has wear that a 7 or 6, 7-year-old bumper would have. So I just bowed out at that point. I thought, hey, nothing is going to make this dude happy. You reach that point at some point with a customer where you realize you're not going to make them happy. You could give them you could give it to them for free. They're still going to leave you a bad feedback because they've drove 3 hours. So people, if you buy used auto parts, I don't care if the salesperson tells you it's beautiful, man. You're going to love it. Expect it to have some damage or scratches because it's a junk part, people. It comes from a junkyard. If you want brand new parts, buy them from the dealer and pay brand new part prices. I mean, I tell you what, let me look this up. I'm going to tell you what our price was and what the dealer price is. Well, it ain't telling me. Usually it'll tell me, but it don't tell me on this one for some reason. But ours is priced competitively, because when I look up, because I can search other yards to see if they got it, if we don't have it. And this bumper, the way we're selling it, people are selling it for $700 up to $1,000, okay? Ours is priced at $600. $600, and the guy's mad. So people, if you go to a junkyard, number one rule, be respectful. When you walk into a junkyard, don't treat them like they're country idiots. The salvage business ain't called a junkyard or salvage business, it's called auto recycling. I mean, and don't treat it like a yard sale. You don't do that at Walmart. You don't do that at Waffle House. You know, the price is the price. Deal with it.